So Android image slider, this is the next topic which I have just started. So it's going to slide the entire screen to another screen. So it's going to use, or it's going to be created by ViewPager, which will be provided by support library. So if you have to implement image slider, you first need to inherit ViewPager class, and which is going to extend PagerAdapter. It's adapter, not adapter. And these are the steps that we have to follow. We'll create a new application. I'm going to name it as Android Image Slider, not switcher now. Instead of slider, instead of switcher, I'm going to use slider. So we will create another Java file, create a Java file with the name image adapter .java. Then extension, and then run the application. So we will just add the code in it, and we will add the code in these all the three files and run the application, and we will get the desired output. Without wasting the time, I am going to move and create a new project, empty project next here, and I'm going to name it as Android. I hope you're all here with me, right? Android image.
Yeah, with you.
Okay, great. So Android image slider. Finish it. We have the activity main file here. So first of all, we are going to modify the activity main file. So here I'm going to, again, the same thing. Again, the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. Again, the same thing. Wait a sec. Wait a sec, let me get it from another way. All right, so we're going to change the pattern now. First of all, what we're going to do is we are going to modify the file called main activity.xml. So here I'm going to remove this text view, and then it's Android here XML this with this fill match parent, height is match parent, but I'm going to remove the constant layout with the linear layout. Now, these are all the layouts which we are going to discuss later on. So linear layout, Android fill parent, then orientation, we have to add an element called orientation. So Android orientation, and it's going to be vertical. Let's say we'll change this here, fill parent, and we'll say, let them be match parent, not an issue. So first of all, we are going to add top sliding banners. So we'll use now inside it, we're going to use relative layout with fill parent attribute of width, and height will be wrap content. Then we'll close it. That's relative array, layout, and inside it, I'm going to add Android dot support UPPORT support dot. It's not working. Dot v4 dot view dot ViewPager. It will not work without it. Where can we get this Android support ViewPager? Any idea?
That's where my error came. That's exactly where it came.
Using the ViewPager, how can we? First of all, we need to download it. That's the main important thing.
So the error I got is ViewPager cannot be resolved. That's the issue I got.
Yeah, because it's not having this, but we need to add the, it says that we need to store library called ViewPage indicator library.
What did I put? I put something different. I didn't put that one for sure.
For our libraries.
I used AndroidX.ViewPager.widget.ViewPager. Because
Android
X.
X
Not
what?
.x. No, not .x. Android X.
Android X.
Yeah. .ViewPager.
X. .ViewPager. This
Yes.
one.
Okay, you saw it, right? It was the third one.
Yeah. Basically, it's having the support of it, but in a different way.
The reason being that it's not like that is because if you go to the Gradle scripts and you go to build Gradle module app, you'll find that the dependencies are not in there. I searched in Stack Overflow. What people did is that they used, they either compiled it in the dependency section of the build Gradle, or they implemented it also, which I don't want to touch upon that since I don't know what the heck I'm doing over there. So I just did this one instead to stay safe.
So ViewPager, that's it, but it's not showing anything here. It's showing an error stuff. It's still showing the error. So let me
What's
check
the
it
error
out.
anyways?
I'm adding the Android ID first. ID
Build parent.
attribute. So that Pager is the attribute. Then Android layout width required. So it's going to
Fill
be
parent.
fill parent. Android.
Layout underscore height.
Layout underscore height is required, and it's going to be again
Fill parent.
fill parent. And also I'll say Android layout line parent top true. Close it. Already done it. Sorry. Com. Let it be as it is. Given you will have this library. How can we add a library if we download it?
I'm not sure how that works.
Yes, it will automatically take it into consideration. Not an issue. We'll check with our own thingy. So that's ViewPager. We have edited in the relative layout, and then we go to main activity. We will say ViewPager class, and we'll say M object, and we'll create an object ViewPager equals to ViewPager find view by ID or dot ID dot, what was the name? Pager, the ID name, which is Pager here. So Pager, then image adapter. There is nothing like image adapter now. Oh, that's the thing that we have to add here. No issue. So main activity, right click on it, new Java class, and it's going to be a class. I'll name it as image adapter class, help of which we are going to create. So image adapter class is here. package.example Android image slider, and then image slider class image adapter. We are going to extend it. So extend this. What is this? PagerAdapter. Context. I'm going to define one variable called context. Is called mContext. Where this came from, context is equal to mContext. Adapter context is going to be context. Then this dot m context will be equal to context. Then at the rate override, create a method public boolean is view from object view comma object. That's it. I would say then return view is equal to image view
Mister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go. Sorry for that.
Not an issue. You can leave. But the classes are
You will put it later on the YouTube?
yeah, I will put it on the YouTube also. Not an issue.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mister.
Thank you. So image view and YouTube, then I'm going to create a private method. So using the keyword private, not all the private and slider image ID new int this one, and then I'll use our drivable dot. We have not added any images there, right? Let me add the images. For example, let me save the images from here. After it, we will have the files here. So our drivable. So first is VUIL dot What is happening now? Sorry, doing the wrong things here. So that's this. R dot drawable dot GUI building first, comma R dot drawable dot well, comma R dot drawable dot flag, comma R dot drawable dot computers. Here we are now going to add two images buildings, VUL DIMGS buildings. That's it. We can put comma here. That's it. And then we are going to add another method. It's a very big thing. So at the rate override, another method I'm going to define for public object instantiation. So instantiate item. I'm going to use view group for that. View group, I'm going to define an object, or you can say variable parameter. So int position, then image view. Using the class image view, I'm going to define image view class equals to new image view m dot context semicolon, then image view dot set scale type. Scale type will be image view dot scale type dot center drop or center crop. That's it. And then again, image view dot set image resource. It's going to be slider image ID, which we have defined here, this variable where all the images are stored in. Slider image ID, and then there will be position as the variable name. Then view pager container dot add view img image view comma 0. What's this? Oh my gosh. Container, here we need to have container, close it. Here it should be closed. Container view 0, and then return image view. That's it, semicolon. After that, another method for destroy item. So public view ID void destroy item. So view group should be container again. Comma integer position. What happened? Comma object for that, and then view pager container dot remove view image view, then object and another method which is override public int get count. Done. Slider image ID length ID dot length. That's it. Semicolon. So that's it, and we will now try. So we have to, or we need to override the methods of PagerAdapter, like isView from object, instantiate item, destroy item, and get count. It's very important. These are the methods that we need to override in order to get the appropriate result. And now you can see we do not have any error. This was basically the class name. I told you in Java with the help of class how we can define. We have defined another class named ImageAdapter, and we called it here. So when you save it and run it, we'll see. I hopefully feel that we should get the output. Here we go. This is an image slider. 1, 2, the full screen image slider is here of your 3, 4 files. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
So that's the image slider. What we have done, we just added relative layout here. This is the linear layout, and we added AndroidX ViewPager or widget.ViewPager. It's inbuilt library nowadays in an Android version, the latest Android version. And in the main activity, I just did anything. I just called ViewPager, created an object, and called the ID of that, and then created another class using the ImageAdapter class here. So my ViewPager.setAdapter, adapter view, and everything is stored here. I just created the method isView from object, then instantiate item object, destroy item, and get count. These are the 4 classes, or these are the 4 methods of PagerAdapter class, which you always have to use, always have to implement before we go ahead and get the desired output of your image slider. Okay. Take a break now. Try to go through it. Try to go through both these examples. Try to spend some time. Try to do it, and try to practice on it. I'm going to be back in half an hour. So I'll be back at 6, and then we will move ahead, and I will teach you Android View Stub after the break. So take a break. I will be back. All right. Do you have any doubts so far? Okay, take a break. Not an issue.